From Peppermill Resort in Reno, Nevada, this is Poker Night in America. Welcome to Poker Night in America. I'm your host, Chris Hansen. If you ever find yourself in Reno, Nevada, you really should swing by the National Bowling Stadium. It's an astounding 78 lanes of pure 10-pin glory, surrounded by rows of stadium seating. You might even recognize it from the final scene in the movie Kingpin. Well, we decided it was the perfect place to throw a bowling party for our pros. And we had the whole 363,000 square feet building to ourselves. That's coming up later in the show, but first, let's check out how our cash game is rolling along at the Peppermill Resort Hotel here in Reno. Poker Night in America is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online. Lines are 25 and 50 in this cash game. Action folded around to Hank Zarnecki.
Openers.
I would have a Merlot. Yeah.
How about that for a read?
That was
That's a good read.
spot on read, sir.
They don't have Merlot here, though. You got to get a Cabernet here. It's Madavi Cabernet. That's the best that they offer at the Reno Hilton.
That's pretty funny.
We're close to California, too.
Flops
That's kind of weird.
6-9 ace. Schneider's flopped aces up. 225 the bet on the flop. I raised a 650 from Tom Schneider, the man they call Donkey Bomber. And the turn is a jack. Call from Hank as we now approach $4,000 in this pot. River's a deuce of diamonds.
What is it, 17?
Are these short?
I think they're short ones.
Okay, let me verify that.
Yeah, put one on top of each.
So it's going to be 16.
Zarnecki sitting with just top pair, top kicker, but he does make the call.
Call.
These restaurants have got to have all kinds of wine.
No, I'm sure they do.
Nice answer.
They got it. The steakhouse does.
It's 250.
Call. I'm desensitized to it now. I'm totally fine with it.
Well, I will say this. It could be just a coincidence, but he's raised under the gun on my big blind every time.
It's been a bunch of times, hasn't it, sir?
It actually is a coincidence, but I noticed it as well. For what it's worth.
Chad, you can't allow that.
Well, since you're in,
I'll try to get him for you.
I took it last time when Tom called. I called.
Yeah, you won last.
I won that.
I'll try to get him for you.
Both players hit the ace on the flop and elect to check. And here comes the turn, and wow, that helps Mark. comes the river. It is a 7. Berkey checks.
That is 13. 13.
A long decision here from Matt Berkey.
God forbid. We got to speed the game up.
Relax, we're here $8.
It's only money. It's only money.
You're a good table captain, sir. I like you. Ace 10.
I was afraid of that.
You have ace? Yeah, I know you have like a good ace.
More of our $25.50 cash game from the Peppermill Resort Hotel in Reno, Nevada when we return. And don't forget, a little later on, we'll see if poker skills translate into bowling skills. Stick around.
Poker Night in America is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Yeah, I know. I think so. And I need to see it.
Poker Night in America brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online.
He's upset. He's straddling because they don't have a flying Merlot for him.
It's a spite straddle.
All right, you win a pot, and now you think you can, like, yeah, I was going to
I'm going
say.
to push people around.
All right.
He is green chip
I
leader.
can't push Chad around.
You cannot.
Well,
Chad's in the pot.
I'm
You
gonna
might as well
come
just
and see.
fold right
It's
now.
unbelievable.
Call.
All right.
Let's go. Gamble it up.
All right. God, look at the confidence that
I
Tom
love
has.
gambling.
Oh, Lord.
I think they're trying to team up on you again.
We know. We've
Let's
seen.
get 'em.
Let's
We've
get
seen your fashion line.
Yeah, exactly.
Flops Queen 8-3. And everyone's checking. Chad bets 600.
Really?
That's what I was thinking.
You teach him how to overcall, Chad? Is that what you taught him? The overcall move?
River's a king. Chad is first act. His aces out of the small blind.
I said no 5 times, look who's behind me.
He bets 2,000. I think if it's just Chad and Dan in this hand, Dan probably calls now, but since Schneider is also waiting in the weeds, Dan's in kind of a tricky spot. And Dan folds.
I don't like gambling.
And Schneider folds too.
Show bluff. It put me on tilt. Put me on big tilt.
You're already on tilt.
No, that's true. It put me on
He's on
more.
life tilt.
I'm on life.
It would put me on bigger tilt, Tom. I think I had you beat there, Tom.
You had me beat? I don't think so.
I had a king.
You had a king.
I did.
Follow the king.
I folded a king.
How did you get to see the river?
Yeah.
That's the real question here, Dan.
So what do you think? Clubs. I mean, come on.
Clubs? There was diamonds, though.
They're clubs and diamonds.
Oh, you had them both.
Yeah, you had double flush draw.
Double flush draw. But it's their
Win back-to-back tournaments.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Right.
they don't want to do it.
Well, you're right about that. Full capacity, probably. You know what I mean?
Try to go for the three-peat.
Yeah, I did. I was trying hard. I was trying real hard.
Yeah, they're trying to bring people in when they're slow, which you can understand, but at the same time, let's not overlap everything. I mean, that's just
really bad for the event.
it's horrible.
I apologize. And that was me
now they had-
that was in a
this year
bad
was
mood
Canada
when you
go
didn't
last
cash
year
in the
was-
$50,000 event.
Yes, it was. Trust
I
me,
apologize. I was
was
projecting.
Not, I was not
I was
pleased about
projecting.
it either.
And Chad raises to 750. And Mark is re-raising to 2250. This event was filmed in November of last year, and of course, A couple of short months later, Chad Brown lost his battle with cancer. A nice move by the World Series of Poker honoring Chad with a bracelet before he passed away. And we're honored to have him on Poker Night in America here tonight from Reno. And he is going to make the call.
All right. Let the fun begin.
It's almost scary. He just flatted me there. Now I like don't know what he's got.
And wow, what a flop for Chad.
I check.
Both players check. Here comes the turn. It's a deuce of clubs. So now both players have a flush draw.
How much? 15?
And Mark can't help himself. So this pot now has $7,800 in it. The river is a jack of clubs. So that gives Chad Brown the nut flush, and Mark is sitting with the second nut flush.
$4,000.
God, I'm afraid you have kings. Oh my God. You flat me with their kings? Son of a- Oh, Chad. Damn it. Why is it every time I get this hand, this board always comes up? I call.
He calls.
Damn it! I knew it. Nice hand.
Wow.
Wow, and a huge $15,000 pot goes the way of Chad Brown.
You know I have
I know he's
queens.
got
obviously.
queens. If I miss, I'm done.
When we come back, it's time to go bowling. Closed captioning is brought to you as a public service by Poker Night in America.
Wow. You know, baby, they all cramped up in there like this. Look at that. Keep it rolling, baby.
That's not, this is regular bowling.
For pick up the spare.
20 to 1? What the hell is he talking about that?
Take it.
3 to 1.
Take it.
3 to 1. 3 to 1, baby. Cannot do that. I did not step on the foul line. There's no floor man here. What this, baby? I'm gonna make him lose 3 to. Add that, baby.
Oh, you got it!
It was right there. How can I miss that?
You bowl here every day.
You know,
Call me when you get a bowl here again next time.
when he wins, he need to use some more. That's how he is. He stab you some more when he wins.
Back to the action here at Peppermill Reno on Poker Night in America. And happy to be joined by the Prince of Poker, Scotty Wynn, stopping by to say hi to the players.
Hey, they didn't believe the story about how you, when you were suiting Dawn, you parked the RV in front of her parents' house.
Yeah.
Right? See? You didn't believe
Oh, that's
me.
amazing. You know what? Romance is still alive. Scotty Wynn, romance is still alive.
700.
Thank you so much, Dan, for doing that. I really saved me $100. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So you already doubled up?
3, 4, 6, 1 stay.
Oh my God. You better go to church or something, buddy. Jeez.
What did you have?
Aces, 7, 8, jack, and spade. Come 3, 4, 6, 1 stay. I lost.
Oh my God. No, you have to go to a strip club with the gong meeting.
Oh, yeah. He said he can't win the hand, right? So I walked out.
Tell
The
you
guy
get
that
out.
big, right? He go like, you come down, sweat me, go broke. Something like that. So when he puts,
$2,300 in the pot pre-flop.
I didn't see his hand, but I know he got it. The old man is like, struggle to call. When he sees his hand, he try to muck it so fast. But the player said, no, you got to turn over.
Really?
Looks like everyone's checking. So here comes the turn. It is a 10. So Dan and Hank both have a straight.
Are you out?
No. I lost half my stack.
Oh, I thought you were out.
He almost
You guys are on break?
They're both checking.
It's not on break. Let's still play at the walk.
Yeah.
You know how I do.
The ambassador.
That's right.
The prince.
You know how I do, baby.
I do.
Matt will check.
I've seen you in action.
So here comes the river. It's a 7. 2 pair for Berkey on the river, but that's still nothing compared to the straights that both Dan and Hank have.
You didn't call me.
Can I sleep for more than 3 hours one night?
in Vegas, like when I text him like, "Are you playing today?" He go, "Yeah," but I'm still sleeping. I be there the last minute. Every event he comes
Last minute.
5 minutes before the day's over, right?
I'm all in.
Oh, you really play ace queen like that, dude? Why did I raise?
Hypothetically, would that be a bad way to play ace queen?
Perfect at this point.
So would that make me a professional if I played ace queen like
It would, sir. Absolutely.
No.
This would be for all the money that Hank has sitting in front of him. Zarnecki would go broke on this hand.
If you show me a bluff, I have to kill myself.
Really? Is that a promise or just a threat?
Minimum stab himself in the eye with a pencil. At minimum.
I call. Nice hand, Dan.
Of course I have ace queen.
Of course he does, yeah.
Terrible call.
Of course he does.
Chad knew 100% at ace queen. He was-
Let me give you a little bad news. I folded 10 queen of spades.
I'm the worst.
Wow, did you really?
No, I'm the worst, sir. You can't be any worse than me.
Action starts on Schneider in this hand.
Can I get a Calistoga, dear?
I don't know if I did.
Under the gun raise with Queen 7 of spades, absolutely.
$475?
475.
Background to Schneider. He will call.
Four-way pot.
Yeah, four-way pot for sure.
No, you don't.
What?
How do you fold there, sir?
Wow, that's just unusual.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's way too good.
That is crazy right there.
It's not.
That's not right.
The player's not happy that Berkey folds. Flop is 3-4 deuce with a couple of clubs.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We're going to the turn. 4 of spades. It's now a flush draw for both Bonsack and Schneider.
800?
And the river is at 10 of clubs.
2,000.
And here comes Schneider with the third best hand, betting 2,000 on the river.
Jesus, Tom.
Pocket nines, see you later. And ace jack, see you later. Great play from Tom Schneider.
River really sucked. 150.
150.
Nines for Mark.
Yeah, I pretty much telegraphed my hand, but you know what the hell.
I paid though.
Damn it, Chad. Chad, could you just fold, please?
800.
They brought me in.
Chad, come on, please, sir.
800 an ounce.
Wow, that is. Chad, you're priced in, sir.
I am priced in.
apparently.
And wow, look at this. Pre-flop, we've got $4,000 in the pot and 5 players seeing this flop together. Ace, Jack, 4.
Check.
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 $1,400 is the bet into a $4,000 pot. And look at this, the folds just keep on coming.
Nice answer.
Tom continuing to play his rush. A couple of big hands in a row there worth over $5,000 for Tom Schneider.
Poker Night in America is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Thanks for joining us tonight. For more from Poker Night in America, find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, or check out our website, pokernight.com, where you can find full episodes and upcoming events. For all of us here at Poker Night in America, I'm Chris Hansen. Poker Night is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online.
Call me when you get a ball here again next time.
When he need to use some more. That's how he is.
Baby, you know me, baby. I'm gonna do it, baby.
From Peppermill Resort in Reno, Nevada, this is Poker Night in America. Welcome to Poker Night in America. I'm your host, Chris Hansen. This week, we rejoin our invite-only cash game at Peppermill Resort Hotel, featuring the likes of Tom Schneider, Todd Brunson, and Chad Brown, just to name a few. Let's see what they're up to.
I got one for you, Tom. If you could trade places with anybody in the world for a month, who would it be?
Lines are $25.50 here at our cash game at Peppermill
And
Reno.
don't say Scotty Wynn because that's already taken.
Historical also?
It's already taken. Anybody.
But
No, they have to be alive. They have to be alive.
that sucks.
I know, but they have to be alive.
Berkey raises to $250. Dan Harmitz calls. Mark Bonsack calls.
We're down with that game.
No, I do.
I'm going to go with Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks, really? That's not a bad call. That's not bad.
I'm not a fan of country at all, and I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah. And Chad, you're going with...
If I could trade places?
No. Who's your music?
Who's your music?
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra. There you go.
You were just
So
a
I was
couple of
right,
seats
yeah.
off.
I was
yeah.
off 2 seats.
Your radar's off, man. Happens to the best of us.
Berkey bets 800 with this flush draw.
Trade places with one person.
I would like to go back in history.
I think you should be able to do a historical one and a current one.
Well, okay, we'll do a two-part then. Two-part, living and dead.
One for me.
That's an easy one for you.
Easy.
Alive, Chad? Who'd it be?
Alive.
Really? All right, you
Who would it
start.
be?
You start.
I would trade places for a month, right?
For a month, just for a month, yeah.
With Barack Obama.
That's what I was
Yeah, you'd
thinking
change
too.
everything. Yeah, I know. Of course you would.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Easy.
But
Not even close.
you're doing it for a different reason.
Yeah,
I think his question is more like...
I feel like
What
I'd be
would you
doing
enjoy
something for
most?
society.
You'd be doing a service.
I'm making a
He's doing a service.
Maybe for the world.
I think it was more of an envy thing, more than a
Right.
more of an envy question. Than
What would you? Who would you
wouldn't
enjoy?
envy being the president of the United States?
Okay.
No, that's a decent
I
answer.
feel like
That's
3
a
days
decent
in, you
answer.
might be like, I'm done.
No.
I
Decent
would
answer.
love to do that. I would love to do that, but I wouldn't want to like. But I
In
think
goes
that he's
the
saying
1,300. Now $5,400 in this
Right.
pot as we see the turn.
It would be more like you
living
could,
his life, right? Not
right,
his-
For enjoyment.
for a month. It would be kind of
So for
the
selfish
hedonistic
purposes,
Right.
it would be
approach.
It would be. I'd have to think about it, but it would probably be like a
5,000.
singer, an artist.
Pretty much a pot-sized bet from
Like
Dan
a-
of 5,000. He turned two
One
pair.
thing that I didn't have, when I was acting, I didn't have a great voice. So,
all right, I
I
know
could do certain musicals that were in
me
my
decide
voice range.
first.
But, I didn't have a really good voice, and I envied the people who had great voices.
So pick somebody.
It wouldn't matter, really. It really wouldn't
Anybody
matter.
can
Where
say.
it really wouldn't matter.
So me.
Huh? It really wouldn't matter.
Come on, narrow
it's
it
about being on stage and being able to belt
Yeah.
out, like stuff that the audience is.
Your answers are long. Let me just say that.
They are.
Berkey will fold. If he could pick anybody, he would be
Well,
in the
I
world
said
right now. It's
just
the
any
person who
singer,
made the
you
flush on the
wanted me
turn.
to elaborate.
Yeah, I did.
So-
I wanted you to pick one. I didn't want you to.
I mean, I would say Mick Jagger, but he's ugly.
I guess I can tell a story. I'm thinking of it in my head. Can't tell it.
Too many.
I'll tell it when we're done.
Camera's not going to lose it. Happy birthday.
Queen 10 of spades for Todd Brunson. Raised to 150. Chad will call. Matt will call the small blind, and Dan will call out of the big blind with deuces.
Bad Brains. Yeah.
And what are they? What kind of group are
They were a punk rock band from the late 70s, early 80s,
Okay.
all Rastafarians.
Oh, okay.
They were like the only all black, all Rastafarian punk rock band. And they would go from like the most blistering, faster than the Ramones types of songs,
Yeah.
and then they would just switch to reggae.
Really?
It was amazing.
That's weird.
But they were so good.
You remember the Sex Pistols,
Of
right?
course.
Yeah, yeah. Sid Vicious was like the best guy.
Except he didn't play.
No.
he couldn't play.
No, he couldn't do anything.
It's not that he couldn't play. He just
He
didn't play.
did unplugged. Right. But as far as a live show, they were just
Turns another
ridiculous.
3.
They just toured like 2 years ago.
Runs
I
and
was
checks.
really disappointed I didn't get a chance to see them.
Well, they're old now.
Yeah, but they're still,
Yeah,
musically, they're
So-
probably better now than then.
they probably are, but
They're a lot more relaxed, probably.
Yeah. They know themselves now. You know?
Chad bets 800. Todd will fold, and so Chad Brown will pick up this hand.
No problem.
Matt, favorite movie?
We've got more from our cash game in a moment. During the break, check us out online at pokernight.com.
Poker Night in America is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Welcome back. This is Poker Night in America at Peppermill Reno. Let's get back to the felt.
What do you think of the movie Quadrophenia? Probably in my top 5.
Okay, I can see that.
Although it has nothing to do with the Kings, but you know,
I
see,
understand.
there's a correlation there.
All right, Tom, I got one for you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
Favorite? Yeah, that's
Rainbow.
a good one. That's
Rainbow.
a good one. Yeah.
it's
3
rainbow.
people seen this flop together. It's ace high. All 3 players catch a piece of that flop.
I like this jacket a lot too. It's like Walt Disney on acid.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a peacock was eating Skittles and it exploded, right?
I'm gonna keep doing this till you get one, okay?
Oh, you keep
Yeah,
it?
can you imagine if it was all this dialogue and you trying to guess?
Yeah, movies is a bad choice for me because.
This might be even worse. I'm gonna go to TV now, okay?
Oh.
So this, I'm gonna make this where you could probably only be 20 possible guesses.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go with, you know, what are they called? I mean, they're not really called. You know, what do they call Homeland? What genre?
Like a
is that?
series?
Sitcom?
No, like it's like a Homeland. You know, what genre? What's the genre for a Homeland?
I guess TV series.
Okay, but it's on cable, so it's on a Stars or a
Right, an hour long, no commercials.
no hour
I guess
long,
Breaking
no
Bad had
commercial
commercials.
series. It's not Homeland, but it's in that it's one of those.
Breaking
that's
Bad,
at
The
least,
Wire. all
Yeah,
those.
one of the Breaking
You buy
Bad,
it on
Wire.
DVD.
We've already given away a couple that it's
What do I
not.
have picked?
Those are all up there, So you even watch these things or not?
That's a good one
Deadwood.
also.
Deadwood is
That's a good one. Yeah.
Deadwood. But Boardwalk Empire, that's definitely up there. I think it's gotten. I don't love it as much.
I kind of fell off of it. I've been
fell off
trying to
of
get
it,
back
but-
into it, but
You know, one of my favorite shows.
Have you ever seen Deadwood or not?
I have not. I think maybe I've seen
That'd
it.
be hard to guess then.
Yeah, I was aware of it though.
I've heard it's really good. I haven't seen
It
it
is
either.
fantastic.
Is this still on now?
No, and you know what sucks is they kind of cut it off before they had kind of the
Didn't
final.
finish it. Yeah. Sucked.
3 players to the flop. Brunson in the lead with ace king of diamonds. Flop is ace 6-10.
I'll give you another one, okay? So so the kids have Netflix, right? So I said, you know what? There's a series I want to watch, and I've only seen, variety of episodes here and there. I think there's like 150 episodes of it. Okay. Can you guess what it was? I watched every one of them on Netflix over a 3-week period.
I'll take a guess.
All right.
It's Impractical Jokers.
No.
That's one of my favorite shows. Have you guys seen that?
I don't think I've even heard of it.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
You haven't heard of it?
No.
$100. I'm gonna even give you this. This should make it like. It could only be like one of like 3 things. Okay, it's science fiction.
Todd checks
This
behind
is
just
easy.
in case there was something tricky going on.
Star Trek.
No, it's a newer one.
Yeah, I was thinking there's.
Well, he said
Could be
he
Walking
said it's on
Dead.
Netflix.
That's like a
possibility.
Star Trek used to be my favorite show.
The thing is, if it's not Star Trek, we're down to like 3 or 4 possible choices. Maybe, hopefully, you guys don't even know it. In 3 weeks, I watched like all 150 of them. Wow. Yeah, that shows how much time I have.
What time frame was this?
Well, it's
So
on
Netflix.
Netflix.
I know,
so-
but when was this show originally aired?
When did you waste all this time, is what he's saying.
Every day of my life for the last 15 years, unfortunately.
Battlestar Galactica?
Ah, first, there you go.
Wow.
All right.
Right.
Nice.
Nice,
Todd.
right? All right.
Wow,
Okay, now
Todd,
it's
good
done.
hit.
Nice job. Todd.
Good hit, sir.
And it was
Great.
right.
Now I'm going to put that
It
on
was
my
great that it
Netflix
went
list to
to
binge
Todd.
watch.
Have you seen it, Todd, or not?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I used to love it.
Did you? Yeah, I mean-
when it was on, it was my favorite
You know,
show.
it's funny, when I first started watching, I didn't like them, and then I watched the later ones here and there. I'd see an episode I liked, and then I was like, oh, I got it, and then I just love it now. after
And then I
seeing all-
missed like the last 2 seasons or something.
Oh, I mean, that's what
But I
Netflix
fell
is
behind.
for.
I didn't want to.
Right.
I want to
right,
go
right.
back and start and watch it straight through. I used to watch the original one when I was like a little kid.
Yeah, I watched the original one too.
Oh.
What is that, 9?
He folds, and so now back to Steven. See how hard he wants to play his suited ace king.
No, yeah,
That's
that's
okay.
not all your money.
Oh, I'm sorry. So my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's a cool move, though.
That is a good move.
If you can get
I
away
love
with
that
it.
move.
Oh.
If you can get
Great
away with
move.
it, it's a good move.
Angling people on national television.
He calls, almost $2,000 in the pot, going to the flop. Flop's 8 high. Chad's first.
Shit, I gotta go register for that freaking main event here.
They're getting close.
900
It's
to
like
the bet.
4:30. Yeah, I want to freaking buy one more. Probably stupid, but.
And put another one in the record books for a suited ace king doing absolutely nothing but costing you more money. More from our invite-only cash game here at Peppermill Reno when we return. Closed captioning is brought to you as a public service by Poker Night in America. Welcome back. This is Poker Night in America at Peppermill Reno. Let's get back to the felt. Blinds in this cash game are 25 and 50, and Poker Night in America is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online.
Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, sorry.
Pocket threes for Stephen McLaughlin. He raises to 150. Queen 10 for Chad Brown. He calls. Berkey calls. And Bonsack calls, so 4 players together to the flop.
He goes, I kind of got that dictator eating a piece of fruit kind of feeling from you. You know?
Flop is
I
Queen
don't know,
6,
it's hard to
Queen.
explain. It's one of those things you got to watch. It's
Stephen and his pocket threes will fire 600 to the pot. Over to Chad Brown with trip queens. To flat or to raise? To flat or to raise? Looks like raise is the answer to 1200.
Chad's been relentless.
And Chad Brown continuing to do very well on Poker Night in America. Blinds in this cash game are 25 and 50, and Poker Night in America is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online.
Hey, Hank, can you give me that little $10,000? I mean, I did beat Todd, so I probably earned
Pocket sevens for Stephen this time.
Oh, ouch. That hurt me,
Schneider
and I'm like way
folds.
over here.
Chad Brown will
I guess the bills it belongs to.
not
are
take
over there.
advantage of McLaughlin this time.
Yeah.
But Matt Berkey will call with King 8 out of the big blind,
It was.
so we're heads
It was
up.
dirty needle.
You got any extra rubber bands?
Flop is
I
6
got
King
a
King.
lockbox full of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt Berkey checks his trip kings. And Stephen's running into some huge hands here. And a small raise to 475. And a call from Stephen. 1,200 bucks in the pot. Turns a 5. 1 check. 2 checks. So here comes the river. It's a queen. Matt's first act, disguising the strength of his hand. He bets 1,100 and a quick call from Stephen.
Nice answer.
11.
And that is what they call the big blind special. And that pot will be worth almost $3,500 for Matt Berkey.
Okay, that's,
If you're not careful, that shit will
It's got to have the same humidity, perfect
Is that what it
humidity
is?
and temperature, yeah.
wow.
And there's 2 different types of bacteria. One's like
Good and one's
harmful.
bad?
Yeah. And so if you get it perfectly, the bad bacteria won't grow.
This show's turned into a cooking show.
It has. It has.
That usually happens whenever I'm around.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Martha Stewart to come out.
Are you a trained chef?
No, but every year we do the World Series of Food in the middle of the World Series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's my little baby. And
you
then
did taste tester?
uh,
I'm a good judge. Are you? Unless it's a lot
You
of
gotta come
vegetables,
next
then
year.
I'm out if there's a lot of vegetables.
well, the key is lots of vegetables, but you don't realize that they're vegetables.
Okay, I'm
They're
good
they're
with
like purees and mixed
Yeah,
in.
I'm good with that.
Listen, there's no vegetable talk in poker,
Don't like
okay?
big chunks of, like, people
Pocket kings are ahead, but that's not a bad flop for Dan. He's open-ended.
I've never quite understood vegetarians. Not because they eat all vegetables. It's because it's like they don't know how to cook the vegetables. They don't know how to prepare them.
You like vinegar?
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
Love
stack
vinegar.
it. Take one
I'll
back.
make this like a,
You
I
take
don't know
one
what
back,
you
'cause I
call
put
it,
in
just do
7.
with all these different vegetables.
Oh, cool.
And people go like the first, like this, and then they're like, oh, what the hell is that? And then they eat it again, and they're like, Todd tricked us. And then they're not getting the second helping that kept. Or half the people won't. Yeah, half the people won't touch it after one bite. But
I have kings.
River's a 4. They both check.
Come on, have I ever re-raised you with a bad hand yet?
Very good for you.
Yeah, I know.
You got off easy, come on. You freaking got off so easy on that hand.
Seriously.
You did. You know you did. You saved money on that hand.
He missed with queen 10.
That's exactly it. Wow, these players are
He's
good.
he's not gollying because
I
you beat him.
mean,
He's
come
golling
on,
because
man.
he
Exactly.
You saved so much money on that hand.
He's just thinking the possibilities if a king comes off.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, that's going to do it for day 1 here in Reno. We'll be back for day 2 with a new cast of characters on our next episode. But coming up after the break, a special farewell to a poker legend.
Poker Night in America is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
Along with the rest of the poker community, we here at Poker Night in America were saddened by the news of Chad Brown's passing in July of 2014. Chad was a fun person to share the felt with, and it was our honor to have him join us.
Chad left us way too early. He was 52. We knew him as a kind, generous, and thoughtful person, always with something positive to say. Chad was the consummate poker pro. He was a top cash game player for more than 2 decades. He also won millions playing tournament poker. But long before Chad Brown, the poker player, there was Chad Brown, the baseball player. When Chad was 20 and about to sign a minor league contract, he was approached by someone from the darker side of the game. It was made clear to Chad that if he wanted to make it in the minors and have a real shot at the majors, he'd better start juicing. But it didn't taint Chad Brown. He refused to go along. He refused to inject poison for personal profit. He refused to lie and cheat. Chad eventually found a new game with serious challenges and even some ethical questions of its own. That game was poker. He competed at the highest level for years, coming close to winning the game's ultimate prize, the World Series of Poker gold bracelet. But he never quite got there to the promised land. A few days before Chad passed away, officials at the World Series of Poker decided to award Chad the very first and only honorary gold bracelet in that game's 45-year history. On his deathbed in a hospital room in New York City, the gold bracelet that had eluded Chad for more than 20 years was finally strapped to his right wrist. A few hours later, he took his last breath. Chad Brown died a champion. Far more important, he lived as one.
For more from Poker Night in America, log on to pokernight.com or connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. For everyone here at Poker Night in America, I'm Chris Hansen.
Full of the kingdom.
How did you get to see the river?
Yeah.
That's the real question right there.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Clubs.
Clubs? There was diamonds, though.
They're clubs and diamonds.
Oh, you had them both?
Yeah, you had double flush draw.
Double flush draw.
Poker Night is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online.
I mean, I would say Mick Jagger, but he's ugly.